Tom Cleary from the Temple Bar in the Temple Bar district in Dublin, Ireland, decided to revive an old tradition of Ireland, which said that each and every pub should have its own whiskey aging in the cellars. Hi, WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, and today I have Temple Bar traditional Irish blended whiskey. No age statement, 40%, and what I've researched is that it's a blend of bourbon barrels as well as port wine barrels. The bourbon should give it a sweet vanilla barley taste, and the port should give it deep dark fruit. Now, WhiskyJason's my name, and I am not a very big fan of the port wine finishes so far. Sorry, so we have to see what we have here. This was the first expression of the Temple Bar whiskey. Tom Cleary from the Temple Bar in the Temple Bar district in Dublin, Ireland, decided to revive an old tradition of Ireland, which said that each and every pub should have its own whiskey aging in the cellars. And that's what he did. So he bought whiskey. We don't know from where. All we know is it's triple distilled. So that means it's not from Cooley. My guess is it's either from Middleton or Bushmills, and I kind of tend to just think that it's more from Bushmills, and that he bought all these different barrels, put them down in the cellar of his pub, and then he started actually filling up the bottles and selling it in Europe, especially in Ireland, I think UK, and I know for sure in Germany. So this was first on the market in November and 2015. So, that's about it. So let's take a look. If you're ever in Dublin, please go to the Temple Bar district. That's where all the bachelor parties are celebrated. And please go to the Temple Bar. Here's a picture I have of the Temple Bar. My wife and I, we were there 3 years ago. We didn't go in. We went to a different pub. But we did stand outside, and I actually took a picture of that thing because it was so beautiful from the outside. So let's see what my nose says. It's not a very strong nose. I have a lot of barley, and I have a little bit of the fruit from the port wine. Alcohol is there. I do notice it, but I don't notice much wood at all. There's a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 15-year-old expression from Temple Bar, as well as a hand-fill cask. Keller cask is what it's called. So if you actually go right beside the Temple Bar, there's a store, a whiskey store, the Temple Bar Whiskey Company Limited, and you can actually have the cask, and you can fill up your own bottle. Now, I didn't do that, but what I did do is I bought a bottle of something that was filled up by someone else in Germany. So there's a distributor for Temple Bar in Germany. It's called Irish-Whiskies, EYS.de. And the owner of that is Marika, and she had a few different bottles that she had bought and filled up herself, and I bought that from her since I have not been in Dublin for the last 3 years. I love Irish whiskey. I've tasted about, 30, 40 different Irish whiskeys so far. I have another 80 I'm going to test online in German. I'm so sorry for that. Most of my videos are in German. WhiskyJason, whiskey from the viewpoint of American in Germany, and that's what I do. And I must admit that this nose is not a great nose. It doesn't really do anything for me. It's not bad, but it's just there's no punch, there's no wow, there's nothing special about it. So let's taste it. %40. I very enjoy, oops, I'm sorry. One, I very enjoy Writer's Tears. And second of all, I thoroughly enjoy Turconel. I have no idea if this is available in the States or not. 16-year-old. This stuff is so good. Really, really great stuff. Something's missing here. I think it's more the port that kind of masks the fruitiness and the liveliness of a good Irish whiskey. Comes in your mouth. It's there. It's a little sweet. It's a little barley, a little bit of wood, a little bit of alcohol. And it just kind of continues on. There's no transition. There's no depth. There's no complexity. And even after you swallow it, the aftertaste is not really that astounding. It's a light berry type of fruity type of grainy type of alcohol. And I expected more. I thoroughly love the cask, the cellar cask. That was so great. It was cask strength, first of all. It was so marvelous in the complexity of the flavors. It was 12 years old, and this is a no-age statement, so I think this is our problem. And I assume also it's partly due to the port. Yeah. My wife and I think it was 2 years ago now, that was a year after Ireland, we went to Portugal. We flew into Lisbon. I had a nice little port wine society. It was either 20 or 30-year-old tawny port. It was so great. And then we went up to Porto, and actually we did the different port wine tastings. I think it was 8 in total. We had the rubies and we had the tawnies, and I like port. I personally don't like port in my whiskey. I love my sherries. I love my Madeira wine. I love other things as well. But port is really not the best finish for a whiskey, in my personal opinion. WhiskyJason. All right, so what I do is I grade them, and I'm going to give this a C+. Value for money in Germany, it's 39 euros, 45 bucks, I would say, at the moment with exchange rate. I'm going to give it a C-. So C+ and C-, not really my favorite. Sorry. I have high expectations for the 10, the 12, and the 15-year-olds. Since I haven't found any videos online in English, I'm going to also do those for you. And so the next couple of videos, you're going to actually just be with Temple Bar. All right, thank you very much for watching. See you soon. WhiskyJason here. Bye-bye.